Mike Adams, the Up North Journal, here with Pat Dinan from Bowtech, and we've got a couple bows here today. He was gracious enough to drive up here to Flint, Michigan to hang out with us for the day and discuss some of their product line that they have here. And as you know, we are featuring some youth bows or smaller frame bows, and the first thing we have here is the Equalizer from Bowtech. Go over some of the things, the features that this bow has, and some of the capabilities, draw range, weights, and things like that.
Some of the features are the draw length adjustability. It adjusts from 24 inches to 27.5 inch draw in half-inch increments just by changing a module. It was designed for short draw archers without sacrificing forgiveness. It has a 7.25 inch brace height, 33 3/4 inch axle to axle, so it's not unforgiving for the speeds that it's shooting.
Now you said that it's a small draw archer. I typically thought when we got this that it was like for maybe a woman or a man of short stature, or even like a bigger youth or maybe a teenager. But you call these a short draw bow.
Sure, it's
or
not
short archer's draw bow.
It's not really gender specific. It's for anyone that has a 27.5 inch draw length down to 24 inches. This little bow is really a rocket ship. It shoots over 300 feet per second at 60 pounds, 27.5 inch draw with a 300 grain arrow. So it's definitely a little speed burner for what it is.
Now you also talked about the module system. I know there's a lot of the smaller youth bows that have modules. Now, for those people who don't know, explain a module system versus having to take and change a draw length at a pro shop. This is something you can actually do at home.
This is something you can do in your basement or garage or whatever. You just simply take out a couple screws. You don't need a bow press. You take out your screws, replace the module, put the screws back in, and then we also do have a draw stop on the top cam. When you do change your modules, you have to adjust that draw stop, which sets your lead off. So there is a specific place where it needs to be set. Your local dealer can help. You can call Bowtech and they'll help you out with the setting as well.
The draw stop, I've noticed since I've seen my son shooting this bow, that gives a extremely solid back wall on the bow, and I know my own bow that you get some of that flex in the back, but that just gives you such an extreme stop.
Sure.
It just gives
you
consistent. A good, consistent, solid back wall on them, and I love that feature on those. Now, you said the poundage range you can get into with this model is?
You can get it in 40, 50, or 60 pound peak weights.
Okay. Now, something that I've noticed on this model here, and actually it's on the other model too, but I want to talk about now, is the in velvet that's on this. And for people who don't understand what that means, what is in velvet?
In velvet is it's a top coat that we put on after our camo process. It gives it a rubbery, softer feel, and it actually makes the product feel warmer to the touch as well. It deadens sound and vibration because it has this rubbery feel to it, and we're the first ones on the market to use this on bows, and so far it's been a blessing.
To me, the first thing I can automatically think of is the fact that it won't, if you have an arrow, maybe not on a capture rest, but if you're using another style rest and the arrow actually falls off the rest or the shelf there and hits the shelf, it's not going to hear that tink, especially when you're in a tree stand and that big buck standing right in front of you. You know,
it'll absorb a lot of the noise. Yeah.
Okay, and it actually feels warmer to the touch because you're not having that hand contact to the metal.
Right. You're not touching bare metal.
I can see that it's going to work well here in Michigan with our snow and our cold rains and things like that during bow season. We've got two different bows here. We got Bowtech and we got Dinan by Bowtech. The Equalizer's by Bowtech and the Edge is by Dinan by Bowtech. I've heard people talk about this misconception out there that maybe you're sacrificing a little something, pricing-wise, quality-wise, because you've got two different bows, same family, same company, but two different names. How does all that work and play out?
Well, the price-wise, the Dinan line tends to be a entry-level price or mid-price point. There are some, like our marquee model is on the higher end, so it's going to compete with our lower-end Bowtech. However, when it comes to quality, we're using the same high-quality components on the composition of either one. One difference between the two lines, for the most part, is the technologies used. The Bowtech line has what we call a binary cam system on it. We entered the market with it in 2005. It's worked so well with it that we put it on all of our Bowtech bows and moved all of our single cams over to the Dinan line. Some of the models like the Edge and Cutter have a conventional dual cam system on them, so The Diamond line has its own camp systems where the Bowtech line has its own as well.
All right, well, if you guys would like to see more of these, you can check out their website, and you can find their website on our website, www.upnorthjournal.com, and be sure to check out the podcast. As always, we're going to be continuing to cover our youth line and youth bow review throughout the summer and into the deer hunting season. Hopefully, we're going to get some kids out into some tree stands this year and hopefully arrow a couple deer, and that's where it all begins, is with the kids. Just remember that. So get those kids out in the field. As always, here from the Up North Journal, remember, if you're out on the water or in the woods, shoot straight and be safe.